Woman to die in childbirth. This is the third black or brown woman to die in childbirth at Woodhull Hospital in the last 4 years. Beverly Garcia Barrios appeared to be a healthy 24-year-old pregnant woman, but that all changed last month when she came to Woodhull Hospital. She wasn't feeling well. Doctors rushed her in for an emergency C-section. The father of her child never saw Barrios again. It was Shaasia Washington in 2020. She also had an emergency C-section at Woodhull and then died. Last November, it was Christine Fields. The New York City medical examiner said she died of hemorrhaging from a C-section also at Woodhull. New York City Health and Hospitals wouldn't discuss Barrios' case with us because of patient privacy, but said in a statement, over the last years, we have been particularly focused on helping reduce the unacceptable maternal mortality rates among women of color through innovative interventions. This is the third black or brown woman to die in childbirth at Woodhull Hospital in the last 4 years. Beverly.
I'd like to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Kwakadash, and we just seen an article, a video being explained about young women losing their lives giving birth, and getting inside the hospital, which is sad to say, because when a woman gives birth, you want her to experience the motherhood of a child, but it's unfortunate that it happened, and then you have hospitals hiring these people that's not really doing their job to a degree, but it's all set up by the Most High, man. It's all meant for these women to give birth. Their job was to give birth and leave the earth. That's it. People is very, very upset. I would be too, because your flesh loves, your family members, man. Your spirit will be broken, but, you can't question the Lord, man. So, it's just unfortunate, man. And hemorrhaging and bleeding out, that's not nothing to play with. That's not nothing to joke around. And I hope that any sisters that's watching this, you know the feeling. About giving birth and going through C-section. I don't know which one you did. I don't know if you did natural birth or C-section. So, so a lot of you sisters are watching this, you understand the severity of giving birth, man. Because us men, we don't understand that. So it's not easy bringing forth child in the earth, man. But they do say that that a woman, when she gives birth, it gets better in time. As time goes on. So my wife, she gave birth to 5 kids, and she had a little issues with certain situations, but I just thank God that she made it out of there, alive, because it's not easy losing your child's mother giving birth, man. One of my friends, he lost his mother by giving birth to one of his brothers and sisters, man. It was just heartbreaking, and he blamed the baby. Right, she had a third baby. She blamed the baby for giving. She blamed the baby for taking his mom away, because if she never got pregnant, she would have still been alive. But you can't really. I told her you can't really say that, because something else could have happened to your mother. Said it as, what happens? You could have got hit by a car and died. Got into a car accident. You don't know. So at least the Lord had written. The Lord had written her life already, because her family they were all Israelites. So the Lord could have did anything. I guess the Lord, that was kind of mercy from the Lord still. At least she didn't have a detrimental death, man. Like the scripture says, man, the Lord could disrespect you during the death. Like, and it's, you could have a bad death, you know what I'm saying? Than a normal, natural death, you know what I'm saying? But to make a long story short, that's what's going on with a lot of women today, you know what I'm saying? So let's read the scripture here. This is Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, and 39th verse, and it says, "See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. There's no other God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hands. See what the Lord said? The Lord said, I created these things, man. I created life and death. I make alive and I can kill, So the Lord do all these things, man. Let's get that precept for Samuel. I mean, not first, First Samuel, 2nd chapter, the 9th verse. And scripture says this. No, that's not it. My bad. 2nd Samuel. I think the first. Second. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Just bear with me. All right, I'm sorry. I apologize. This is 1 Samuel, the 2nd chapter and the 6th verse, and the scripture reads, "The Lord killeth and maketh alive; He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up." All right, so the Lord can do all these things. The Lord can destroy you. He can make all these things happen, man. So you got to keep this in mind, man. You know what I'm saying? So before you guys get upset or take it to the heart or whatever, or people are just randomly listening, don't get upset. The Lord is a merciful God. He's a compassion, power, man. So the Lord do all these things, man. So I don't want you guys to feel some kind of way. All right. The Lord do all these things, man. There was another scripture I want to get from Genesis. I think the 3rd chapter. Let me see. All right, my bad, guys. I'm just trying to get this. Yeah, it was that. I was right. That's all. I knew it was in the 3rd chapter. I think, it was. Yeah, it was this 16. Scripture reads this: until Genesis the 3rd chapter, 16 verse. And scripture reads, "Until the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception." Okay, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So the Lord will make it hard for you to give birth, man, in your conception, man. And it's difficult, man. The Lord will make it difficult for you. You know what I'm saying? So just keep this in mind, all right? So the Lord can do all these things, man, giving birth, and you can lose it, man. You can lose it all, man. You could lose your life, man. So you women be careful, man. And it's still judgment. When we say judgment, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad type of judgment. You know what I'm saying? It's still judgment, but you gotta keep this shit in mind. You understand? You gotta keep this in mind, and you gotta know what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? Honor the Lord and just pray that if you're going through this and if you have you know, an issue giving birth, just ask the Lord to guide you, man. Because yo, it all goes back to Eve sinning, because you done broken that sacred covenant and you lied. All right. So with that being said, you know, I hope this video is edifying. Next time, shalom.